Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to the Unheated Hoop House. It's March. It is finally March. I hope that the weather will finally start to warm up because if I'm being totally honest with y'all, I am so tired of this cold weather. I know cold is subjective and all that, blah, blah, blah. But if you ask me, it's been seriously cold here. And the things in the hoop house, they want to, they want to thrive. I can tell, but they are just struggling along. So let's take a quick look around the Unheated Hoop House for the cut flower garden. I got a couple questions. People were like, is that only cut flowers in there? Yes, these are only cut flowers in the hoop house. In an ideal world, I would love to have a hoop house filled with edible vegetables also. But for now, we're sticking with cut flowers because that's what's really helping me progress and, work towards that goal of getting a farm because, everybody grows vegetables, but, fewer people grow flowers, at least where I am. So that's what I'm sticking with. And this year, I might not even sell the flowers this year. They all might get donated to people who need a little extra sunshine, I guess. I don't know. We'll get to that when we get to it. But looking at the greenhouse, or the hoop house, rather, things are starting to look really good. I'm really pleased that most everything is still alive. We did lose a couple of things. I told you guys already. We lost the straw flowers. Some of the straw flowers made it, but we lost most of them. But for the most part, things are looking good. The anemones are blooming still. They're in bloom. They have been hit with several frosts, so the actual anemone blooms, a lot of these look really, really ragged and really rough. I need to go through here with a pair of clippers and I need to deadhead these so that we can get rid of these spent blooms and really encourage that bloom to continue, as the spring temperatures arrive and as the days get longer, hopefully soon, we'll get just more and more blooms with longer stems, which I'm really looking forward to. Looking at some of the other stuff in the hoop house, everything looks pretty good. Things like the Calendula and the Icelandic poppies, they look a little rough. Taking a look at the Icelandic poppies, I'm really excited, I should mention, for these because this is the first year that I have successfully grown them. I've tried to grow them in the past and I've had marginal success with them, but this is the first year that I am very optimistic about the plants. However, those negative temperatures that we had a couple weeks back, they really took a toll on these. These things are really looking pretty rough, even though they have started to send up some blooms. I am so pumped to see that these flowers are budding up and sending up blooms. Nothing has bloomed yet, but the buds have started. I'm really eager to see those. We're still waiting patiently on the ranunculus. None of the ranunculus have started to bloom yet or started to bud up. That usually happens when we hit about 12-hour day length here where I am. We're not quite to 12 hours yet. So I'm not worried about that or anything. If you're having trouble with your ranunculus and you think they should be blooming, there's a possibility that day length might be the problem because just my personal experience, I've never had my ranunculus bloom before we hit 12 hours of day length. Again, that's just my observation. I don't know if there's any truth to that or not. Looking around the rest of the hoop house, the sweet peas are still growing. We're still getting some late germination with those sweet pea seeds that we direct sowed in the fall, which no big deal. I'm just glad to see that they were able to withstand the winter in the hoop house. They didn't rot or anything. I'm really excited to see that those have germinate, which is a good thing. Hopefully we've planted these sweet pea seeds early enough that they will grow well and get pretty tall before the summer temperatures get really hot, because once it's hot here, the sweet peas they don't like it. Looking around at some of the other stuff, things like feverfew and my sweet williams and my Canterbury bells, things that are technically biennial flowers, but I put them in the hoop house anyway. They're all looking great. Also have some success. The agrostemma look wonderful. I'm trying to think of the stuff off the top of my head. The bachelor's buttons obviously are looking great. Bachelor's buttons are always very hardy. The snapdragons are getting huge. I am so excited about that. I am cautiously optimistic about my snapdragons because let's just face it, I've tried to grow snapdragons in the past and I have just not been successful with them. I swear, snapdragons are supposed to be one of those flowers like, oh, great for beginners. And I'm just like, what? No, I've just had terrible luck with them. The stalk are still looking a little bit rough. Hopefully they will start to recover soon. This is another one that I've had very minimal success with, so I'm excited to see if I can get these plants to grow nice and large and we can get some nice, just fluffy flowers from the stock plants. I'm very excited for that. Really hoping that that goes well. Outside of the hoop house, taking a look around, the Larkspur are still doing well, which is so surprising to me. I don't know how I haven't lost them to cold yet. They have been completely uncovered all winter long. We've had snow and ice, and the temperatures have been very cold for brief periods of time. I'm just so impressed with this planting of Larkspur. Hopefully they will continue to survive and thrive, hopefully. We can just hope for the best because I'm not going to cover them up or anything. Also in the garden, our daffodils have started to grow. Some of them even have some flower buds up there on them. None of them have bloomed yet, so we're waiting patiently for those to bloom. In addition to that, my snowdrop flowers, a couple of them have come from the ground and have started to bud up. Haven't seen those open yet either. The crocus are up, the tulips are up, the hyacinths are up. All of our fall planted spring bulbs are up. There's green growth there. We are just waiting patiently for it to happen, and I cannot wait. Seriously, I am so done with winter. I am so done with the cold temperatures. Just give me some flowers, please. I need some sunshine and some brightness. I just need it so bad. Honestly, it's been so cloudy here. I cannot remember the last time the sun was even out. It's so frustrating. That's really about it for this video. I hope that was somehow helpful. How are things going in your garden? I would love to hear all about it in the comments below. I always love hearing what you guys have to say and any kind of tips or pointers or things that you've learned in your yard to help me out, because I always need as much help as possible, that's for sure. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon too. That little bell icon will tell you whenever I upload a new video. Could be random stuff, gardening, DIY projects, soap making. It really is a surprise. So if you like kind of random, never know what you're going to get videos, you might like this channel too. Share it with your friends, all that good stuff. I hope that you guys are having such an amazing day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.